What they don't show you is it took us about almost 2 hours between that one game and like going into, like that episode took a long time to shoot because she was very difficult after that. Yeah, she cried. It was crazy.
Real life.
It ain't real life. Just a real life street Starz. You know what time it is. 85 South. Got me through quarantine. Boy, that was it, boy. Quarantine with the 85 South show and doing comedy every week.
Oh, yeah.
Doing them goddamn stand-up specials every week. Crazy, man. But, man, we got Karlous Miller in the building. I just bumped into you at the BET weekend. It was crazy, man. We was the last there, and you was doing the set with Akon.
Yeah, that
and
shit
you
was
had
dope.
everybody rolling, bro. It's just your natural ability to just go off the dome and just create these funny moments, man. Me personally, I just want to ask you, like, how did you know when you was funny? Like, what was that moment when you kicked in and said, "Oh no, I could do this on a professional level"?
Man, I remember the exact moment, bruh. We went to see the Kings of Comedy, bruh. And once I left there, I was just like, that's really what I want to do. That inspired me, bruh. That Bernie Mac set, just ain't never seen it like that. But that moment is when I was like, okay, that's what I want to do. But I've always been able to make people laugh. Yeah. So, but that moment was a defining moment. Because I had we went probably 30, 40 deep to see that whole bunch of people from my high school. And bro, it was just amazing.
Why do you think they ain't never been like another comedy special quite like that one? Like, the crazy part is, I don't think I ever seen like a D.L. Hughley set before that, prior to like maybe like Comic View or Def Comedy Jam or something. But when they did that, it really stamped them as like the kings of comedy for whatever reason.
Yeah, because this was at a time where it was before the internet, you know what I'm saying? So they were really selling out arenas and all that just off the word of mouth and, you know, radio spots and flyers and, you know, old school promotion. So that's what really like made it dope. But as far as why they never did it again, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Think about it though, they all went to become like mega superstars after that, working on TVs and movies and radio shows and news spots. So I think everybody just got busy. Bernie Mac started doing a whole lot more TV and movies. Steve Harvey built his radio empire. So everybody who was a part of that was just, they made it dope. So it could have been a lot of different reasons why they didn't do it. Maybe the business wasn't right. Maybe they didn't get the second offer. Yeah. Maybe they walked away. Who knows? It could have been a lot of reasons.
Man, it's crazy too, because you were a part of both Comic View and Def Comedy Jam, right?
Yeah, on the later side though.
Yeah, but I always wondered what happened to this. Like, watched Comic View faithfully, bro. Watched Def Comedy Jam. So what made those platforms just go away?
The networks. The networks did. I think it was a lot. I think it's a lot deeper than we'll ever know. You know what I'm saying? Because it was something about comedians going on there, giving political satire, social commentary that was hitting a certain demographic, and I think they kind of just like slowly broke it away. You know what I'm saying? Because it was a lot to that. But then, you know, BET went through a whole lot of changes and networks and priorities. It's a lot that goes into the business of entertainment. So, especially when it comes to us, they try to like shrink us down to such small platforms and stuff like that.
Do you feel like since your last appearance on Def Comedy Jam and Comic View that comedy has changed, you know, with the Me Too movement and all these isms and do you feel like it's harder to do comedy in a like a original way like they did it back then now?
No. I don't think it's harder. I think that you can still say whatever you want to say. You could do whatever you want to do. You just have to be ready for some people to give you some pushback or some social media flack. But you guys do what you got to do, man. I don't think it's harder. I just think that now people are more like aware of the consequences of things you say. Because people used to just be able to say whatever they want to say, and then whoever got mad, you didn't never have to hear who got mad.
Wait, but do you not think, what was that one black dude that said the most crazy on stage? It was super wild.
Hey, what's up? It's your man Karlous Miller. Look, if you made it this far into the interview, you're too far to turn back now. Might as well keep watching and subscribe to Real Life Street Star. Bring me one.
Even black people got offended. I can't remember the. Nah, it wasn't Corey Holcomb. He's wild.
I know
too,
you're talking about David
a,
Lucas talking about the George Floyd.
Yeah, he was talking about the George Floyd. So do you?
That's my homie. I was one of the people who was around when he first started doing comedy. Oh, shit. But I can't blame him because I look at the crowd of people that he be around, and that's the type of humor that he do, like the Jeff Ross and all that. They do shock value type comedy.
Well, what's wrong with that though?
Do you think some people, that's the only type of comedy? It's just a genre of comedy, like shock value. They much rather make the crowd groan than laugh and be like, oh, I got one. They hate that one. Some comedians, they strive for that. So I don't think it's the end of the world. I just think it's a niche market and people like what they like.
Now, you are part of one of the most legendary shows, Wild 'N Out. You know what I'm saying? And you've been there from the jump.
Not from the jump. I came in on season 5.
Okay.
So it was actually I guess you could say it was 2 different versions of Wild 'N Out because you got season 1 through 4 with the OG cast members like D-Ray and Spanky and Corey and Leonard and Naima and Mikey and Kat and all them guys and Afion. You don't want to leave him out. It was a lot of them from that first Wild 'N Out.
Right.
So that's what made it that's why it took us a while to for the new cast to catch on. You get what I'm saying? So. But
I feel like when y'all came in, y'all brought a whole different type of vibe.
Absolutely. We changed that whole show and took it to another level because a lot of that stuff they were never doing. You know what I'm saying? They had certain little hits and certain little games, but it's we probably did maybe 100 different games on there and brought them all to life. And some of that stuff that you see on the show, we only did one time. Yeah, it only made it for 1 episode. And sometimes we'll sit around and we'll be talking around the games with the producers and they'll be like, oh, we forgot about that. So yeah, it definitely changed when we got there. I think because they had more improv and they had a better mix because they added battle rappers, they added just social media, they added stand-up comedians, so it was just a different mix and they had more cast members.
What's your favorite episode of Wild 'N Out?
My favorite episode of Wild 'N Out?
And it's a whole lot of them.
Damn, bro.
It's a whole lot of them.
Man, we done did a couple hundred of them at this point.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's moments though. I got a lot of favorite moments.
Give me one of those moments.
Yeah.
Some of our personal favorite moments ain't even moments that was big on TV, bro. We was just talking about one. We had this cast member. He was on maybe 3 seasons. His name Royce. Shout out to Royce. And he was singing this song to Emmanuel Hudson, and he was like, Emmanuel, and he did it like a 90s R&B, and he was like, your face looks like a Georgia Bulldog. Everybody in there was just dying laughing, because it was he wasn't one of the most popular ones, but he always made us laugh, and if I ever had to bring a cast member back, it'd definitely be Royce. But we had little moments like that, bro. So, personal favorites. Sharon, he was doing a battle rap. He told somebody, he said, he told somebody, you such a pussy, Donald Trump will grab you by the face or something.
God damn.
Yeah, some of that shit it's just the moments be so much bigger, while you there. The Azealia Banks, that was one of my favorite moments. That whole day was crazy. Jocelyn Hernandez came on there one day. It was crazy, just behind the scenes. So I have a lot of moments on Wild 'N Out that are my personal favorites. If you ask any cast member, they always gonna tell you something different. Yeah. Cause it's we there. It ain't the that you see on TV. That's a whole nother show.
Can you give us one of those stories that happened behind the scenes? You know what I mean?
I want to know what happened with that Azealia Banks, because she's just a wild character.
You know what's crazy about that though? Is before we shot that show with her, everybody thought she was gonna be cool because she wasn't acting like that. In the green room, she was cool. She was with the shit. And then I guess she she heard something that triggered her. Then she tried to go back and forth with DC, of all people to get smoked with. You pick him? Girl, you crazy as hell. But that show right there, man, what they don't show you is it took us about almost 2 hours between that one game and like going into, like that episode took a long time to shoot because she was very difficult after that. Yeah, she cried. It was crazy. But she went online and talked so much about everybody on that show.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. Man, my favorite game is that at the family reunion,
Man.
who we introduce. Man, are you a part of coming up with any of the games? Some of that shit seems like y'all came together and came up with some shit.
Yeah, we come up with a lot of that stuff. And it's just like, sometimes we'll come up with something and we'll try to like, see if we can make it work for TV with like timing and like making sure everybody get a turn at least. So sometimes it works out, sometimes it don't, bro. But like a lot of the rapping games or, you know, like the improv comedy, we definitely have a lot of input on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's one thing I really like about Wildin' Out though, is the production, is they'll let you come up with something. If you got a good idea, they'll at least give it a shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, let's see if it'll work. Let's see if it'll time right. Like that, we did this game called, I don't even know what they called the game, but it was basically like just a back and forth call and response. Me and DC, we had the marching band uniforms on, and he'll take half of the crowd, and then like we'll battle with the crowd. So a lot of that type of stuff, yeah. And like the green screen with the pictures behind it. Like we come up with a lot of different stuff to just try to, you know, keep the show new and fresh. But Nick is the one who come up with most of that. He got, this dude I've seen this dude, he'll be on set doing Wildin' Out. He, you know what I'm saying, on the phone, getting his outfits together for America's Got Talent, fly out, do that, come back, be there in the morning, working on some beats for the show, working on some music for somebody, playing the piano. He got both his kids up there. He had hit the gym that he set up. The dude is amazing. I'm convinced there's maybe 2 or 3 of them, bro. He can outwork the average hard-working motherfucker, bro. Big salute to Nick Cannon, bro. For real, for real.
Shout out Nick Cannon. So as far as newer up-and-coming seasons, are you a part of that? Is it happening? What's the news with that, if you could say?
Yeah, all that. All that you said. Like, Wildin' Out got some seasons that's coming. It's one that's starting in a couple weeks, I think. Season 21. Yeah. So, yeah, we've been working and behind the scenes, doing a couple seasons at a time. I think we did maybe 3 or 4, like back to back to back. So when that one go off, another one coming right on. So, yeah, we got episodes in the can of that. We got seasons.
Yeah. Good, nigga. We need that.
Most
we need
definitely.
That energy.
We shoot like 3 episodes a day for that. Yeah, and then I think on the last season we did maybe 30 episodes. So it's a lot coming.
Shout out Reallyfe Street Starz, nigga. Move. Hey.